Welcome to March 10th, 2026. The Singularity is now its own full-stack product team. Anthropic's entire growth marketing operation for 10 months was one non-technical person using Claude code, and the tools that made it possible keep compounding. GPT 5.4, Thinking X High Effort, topped LiveBench at ASOTA 80.28%, while Utopi Studios rolled out PAI, a long-form cinematic model promising minutes-long continuous video with character consistency across every shot and natural language editing across the whole story. The creative stack now reviews itself. Anthropic introduced Code Review, dispatching a team of agents on every pull request to catch the bugs that skims miss, with reviews averaging $15 to $25 and per-token billing. The intelligence platform wars have entered the bundle and reprice phase. Microsoft launched Copilot Cowork, integrating Anthropic's Claude Cowork into 365 with the same Work IQ personalization layer as its own 365 Copilot. Commenters call the bundle the most expensive acqui-hire of a product concept in tech history, noting Microsoft took the exact product that wiped $220 billion off their market cap, licensed the underlying tech, and shipped it as a feature. Google rolled out Gemini across Workspace with a Help Me Create drafting tool. Meta acquired Moltbook in a historic acquisition of the top AI agent social network by the top human one. OpenAI acquired PromptFu for AI vulnerability detection. NVIDIA pitched NemoClaw as an open-source enterprise agent platform. And Samsung is exploring vibe coding on Galaxy phones to let users customize not just apps, but the entire UX through natural language. The builder of the new mines is now fighting the state that runs on them. Anthropic sued to block the Pentagon from placing it on a national security blacklist, arguing the designation violates its free speech and due process rights. In response, the White House is reportedly preparing an executive order to rip Anthropic's AI from federal operations entirely. The tension between safety-focused labs and security-focused governments is becoming the defining legal fault line of the intelligence age. Capital is flooding in regardless. Amazon kicked off a bond sale targeting $37 to $42 billion for AI data centers, likely one of the largest corporate bond offerings in history. Mira Murati's Thinking Machines Lab signed a chip supply deal with NVIDIA worth tens of billions of dollars, planning to deploy 1 gigawatt plus of next-gen Vera Rubin chips. Jan LeCun's world model startup Amel raised a $1.03 billion seed at $3.5 billion pre-money, Europe's largest seed round ever. The downstream effects are already visible. UK startups now generate an average of just 2.7 jobs each, increasingly substituting AI and freelancers for permanent headcount. The supply chain is diversifying geographically as the intelligence explosion reshapes manufacturing. Apple now makes about 25% of iPhones in India as its China pivot accelerates. The compute is decentralizing too, all the way down to the board level. Qualcomm unveiled the Arduino Ventuno Q, a single-board computer powered by the Dragonwing iQ8 with 16 gigabytes RAM, purpose-built for robotics and edge AI. The uncanny valley is now being blurred from both sides. In Shanghai, humanoid robots are being recorded walking robotic dogs. From the other direction, Chinese cosplayers are convincing onlookers that they are humanoid robots. The infrastructure is scaling to match. TUM and Neuro Robotics are building the world's largest robotics training center in a 2,300 square meter facility at Munich Airport. Practical deployments are leaping ahead. Actor Labs inferenced Pi 0.5 on an excavator after labeling just 200 trajectories, proving foundation models can now operate heavy machinery. Amazon expects drone deliveries to hit 500 million packages per year by decade's end. The regulatory layer is catching up. The FAA selected 8 eVTOL proposals spanning air taxis, cargo, emergency response, and autonomous flight. The electromagnetic spectrum is becoming a contested battle space. Directed energy devices linked to Havana syndrome were tested on rats and sheep by the US military, confirming the technology is real. In Ukraine, forces are using lasers to fry the fiber optics on wader drones as directed energy warfare goes mainstream. Above the atmosphere, Space Forge generated plasma in a 1,000 degrees Celsius orbital furnace, a world first for semiconductor manufacturing in space. To the extent that non-human intelligence elsewhere in the galaxy can't be bothered to visit, SETI concludes it may have been missing their signals all along because turbulent stellar plasma blurs transmissions before they ever leave their home systems. When cosplayers are robots and robots are coworkers, every commute is a Turing test.